I'm Christopher Zweig, and today on CJ at the Movies, I dish on the sequel Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Michael Bay's latest action picture Ambulance starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, and Isa Gonzalez, and a documentary on cows titled Cow. Let's take a look. Our first movie is Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the sequel to the 2020 hit based on the popular video game series, which worked mainly because of how the filmmakers made the right decision of redesigning Sonic from a creepy monster to nearly his original form, and because of how Jim Carrey was brilliant as the villainous Dr. Robotnik. But this sequel is a mixed bag for me because of how Carrey's antics begin to wear out their welcome, and how cliches and dangers have to carry the film. One of the bright spots, however, is Idris Elba in his fourth movie voice role as Knuckles, a villainous red echidna Dr. Robotnik recruits to help rule the world.
Oh, great, the Winter Soldier. For a guy named Knuckles, you are really bad at punching.
You're no match for me. I've been training for this my entire life.
And I have no training at all, yet here I am ahead of you. That's gotta be embarrassing.
Another bright spot is Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who reprises her video game role as Tails, a yellow fox with two tails who meets and joins Sonic on his mission to save the world.
I just hope we're not too late.
Oh Lord, there are two of them now.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has some fun moments and a sense of nostalgia for fans, and kids will definitely enjoy the antics. I liked how Tails is able to make the gadgets to make the enemies levitate or become hologram versions of himself and Sonic for a dance-off, and I liked how the filmmakers chose to keep O'Shaughnessy in her territory, but this sequel seems to be engaged in too much of what the first movie promised us, and has us dealing with the same formulas from other movies of its kind. Maybe the third film should figure out how to avoid the speed traps. Our next movie is another action film that does more than fall for the speed traps. In fact, it has to be engaged in one explosion, one car chase, and one formula after another. It's called Ambulance, directed by Michael Bay, and the only thing emotional about it is Yahya Abdul-Mateen II's performance as a former soldier who was so desperate to save a sick wife that he must turn to his adoptive criminal brother Jake Gyllenhaal for help. Their bank heist goes horribly wrong.
What can I do you for, officer?
We're just doing a transfer in the back. I'll lay you in 20 minutes.
If I could just get it done real quick, because I'm on the clock. Promise not to rob the place.
Seriously, because that would be bad for my job.
I promise.
All right, okay. All right,
Okay,
come on.
all right.
Okay.
Let's go, D.
You are all going to have the greatest story to tell at dinner tonight. Get out!
The soldier then shoots an LAPD cop, which doesn't look good in this case, and that same cop ends up in the same ambulance that the brothers must hijack with a grouchy paramedic played by Isa Gonzalez. Both she and Gyllenhaal are the least compelling characters with their attitudes and insults.
Hey! Don't you move!
You think you're so tough with that gun?
Yo, Danny, relax.
I gotta get back to my wife and my son.
Does your wife know you're rob banks?
As I've mentioned, Abdul-Mateen II is the one who tries to carry Ambulance with his emotions and complexity, but the movie has to be the run-of-the-mill Michael Bay movie. What'd you expect? And as Roger Ebert mentioned about Gone in 60 Seconds, once you've seen 1,000 car chases, you've seen them all. So let the ambulance pass and let's move on. And our last movie is Cow, a documentary from director Andrea Arnold in her first feature since American Honey. Rather than having interviews or narrators, the movie shows us the cows on a dairy farm in the UK, going through their lives being branded, milked, and having to run in the fields. Like the dogs on the streets of Istanbul and Stray, the doc cares about less than the humans and more about the animals, and so do we. There are squeamish and sad moments, but Cow still shines in its real-life documentation of what these cows go through and how they deal with life on the farm. Thankfully, the movie doesn't care about the slaughterhouse. It cares about how these cows breathe the air, eat the grass, run in the mud, and lick and care for their calves. And yet you still feel bad for what they went and will eventually go through. I know I did while watching it, so check it out. To recap on today's movies, thumbs down for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which takes some colorful ideas overshadowed by its formulas. Thumbs down for Michael Bay's latest boring action picture Ambulance, and thumbs up for Cow, which documents the realities of cows on a dairy farm. Well, there's the scoop for you. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies. For more amazing content, please like and subscribe to my channels, and you can also read my reviews at cjatthemovies.com and listen to my podcast reviews at newhdradio.com.